Okay, Miss Robert, there's going to be the update video of your horsey, how to keep him up and going in the right direction. That way that we don't create any bad habits or anything bad, So we're going to take it to the G method. I'm going to show you the world-class colt start method. You can start any breed of horse with this method. Um, if you're going to use any gated Pasafinos, I wouldn't wire them up because it's hard to bring them down. But you can still use the same method. So first we're going to do, first step is apply respect. We got to lead the horse first. The main reason for why we put this on the colts is so if they get scared from behind, they don't run us over. They notice us first. So we do that first session. As soon, and if they stand still perfect, if they step forward, we back them up immediately. And so this is the first step to starting a colt. Up and down, very nice. You can keep going. Don't be afraid to go all the way to the gate. Go sideways with them, or even get up close and move his feet backwards. Lots of backing up. That will build their butt too, make it fatter. Once we got this done, remember the importance of this is watching your bubble so they don't run you over and get their undivided attention. Next up is we desensitize. We freeze the horse. So by freezing it, as putting back in respect. Very nice. As soon as he takes a few steps, we give him the rein back, the lead rope. Okay, once we got that, we throw our lead ropes beside him on one side. And if most horses will start moving sideways, so what we do, we freeze them back up, apply respect. That's the first thing we did. So they should analyze what we want. Now, eventually, we don't want them to keep going. If we have a round pin, use the wall. And do not give up your ground. Stay in front. At the same time, you're desensitized until he stops moving. And you give him a 2-3 times. You can go back and pen him if you want, or go to the other side. Proceed. Same when you're lunging them. You're pushing, or if you use a crop or a whip, make sure we clean it up. That's the whole point. If we're gonna spank our horse, make sure we clean it up so we don't leave that motor running. If you do it, but before you know it, your horse is gonna be real reactive, and sometimes you can't lose. You lose control at that. So we always want to clean our messes up. As soon as we got this right here, we proceed to touching the horse from a distance because it's not used to it. It's a colt. It's been the colt could have been haltered in a shoe, or I have several different methods, or maybe he's been handled already leading. So when you got one leading and apply the respect, you do this, desensitize both ends, and then we throw it over their back, throw it around their neck right there. If they decide to move, no worries, just stay with them. The closer we are with the horse, the more you get to know each other. If you're lunging them 30 feet away, try and hang out with them, up close is up in the saddle, so we gotta stay up close right here on the ground with your horse. So it's very important. Anyways, we go back to the lead rope. This is the extension of your arm. So we start desensitizing up and down. Eventually we can touch the horse's neck, get close to him. And the rope is desensitizing the horse up and down, and we're touching them. Very nice. Get to know the horse, the colt. You don't necessarily got to do this all the time, but I'm giving you so you can start your own horses. Guarantee you can get one. If each step, as soon as each step passes, and you're gonna have to work every day within 30 days each step, but it's gonna be progress each day. You got one standing there like this, is all right, next step. That's how you can get on within 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Jump on your horse. Vámonos. All right, we got this. we can work on throwing it over, preparing for the cinch. Now that we got here, we can move that horse's nose to the butt, disengage. If that horse is real stiff, the chances of him pulling against you are high. So just don't let go of your lead rope. Go with your horse, but bring him back. Those are what I'm telling you is what can happen, because the horse doesn't know how to follow his nose yet, so it's going to be resistant. It might pull on you a little bit. So what we want to do is bump, 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 and make our noises. Walk to the hip. At the same time, we're getting them ready for the cinch by applying firm on the lead rope. Once we got that getting touchy, we can back them up too. I can move these knots back around because it creates friction and they want to go away from it. At the same time, I'm applying firm tension on my cinch rope. Same on the other side. From here, we start getting closer from the nose and the cheek, pull it down to the neck. Now we're getting close to the horse. Desensitize with the rope. Once we got that, we're up and close. Notice my hand is short right here. If he decides to move his butt, I got his nose right here. So that's going to make his butt move away from me. We just cannot let go of this side. We can't let go of this one. Oh. So we prep the cinch on one side. We do the same on this side too. And don't reach over it because they can kick you too. Just throw it over and then catch it, you know. Once we got that, let them feel it, tug on it, move their body. Once you got that, bump, 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 move to the hips, move to the hips. Apply firm the whole time, it's firm, and then we can back them up. Very nice. And then we can relax a little bit, walk them back forward, apply the respect again, you know, change it up a little bit, just where they can relax. Just make sure you always go back to this, so we're gonna need it with the flag. Once we apply the flag, about 80, there's not many, but 10% of the horses tend to jump at you when you apply the flag, or even paw. There's not many that will do it. They'd rather run away. But as soon as you apply it, they can paw you, and we'll proceed for that. Once we got this side done, and they've been touched, they've been prepped for the cinch, we can back it up, back this lead rope up. When we have him disengaging, move the lead rope, touch his flanks, bring it down to his legs, and most colts will react. So just stick with it, stick with them, and if you can't, well, don't worry about it. Just go back to them, you know. But the main thing is to prep the cinch. Another way I like to do, if people are handy with it, you can use your rope, put a rope around his barrel, and don't tug on it, just have it touching. You know, you're not trying to make your horse buck. You don't buck them out. That's not the point of putting a rope around their flank neither. It's just for them to feel it. They're gonna kick and do that stuff. Is normal for them. This is their instinct to do that because it's not comfortable. But it's not. You're not bucking. You know, cinching down. That's not the point. The point is teaching them that it's okay to have it around your barrel. It's not gonna hurt you. But anyways, back to it. You don't necessarily need to do that. All you need to do is right here, all with your lead rope cinch, boom, boom. All right, from here, we'll get our flag. So, got his undivided attention, got his respect. Next, don't keep your lead rope too long. Keep it somewhat short. So if he jumps forward, you can, shut him down. So we grab the flag, let him view it. Some will be weary to want to, so don't just throw it at them. Let them see it first coming, and then go straight to the nose. Remember, keep our flag high. If we have our flag here, right away the first day, you can gradually go down. But if you just apply it like this, they're going to want to paw it, charge at it, try to bite it, and you're going to be in the way, and chances are high going to run you over if you don't apply right here loud enough so they can, get their undivided attention. Because if the horses, you do this and the horse paw it and you're just, he's not going to care. You got to be loud. Hey, wake up. Be loud enough where they realize what the hell's going on immediately in that moment. Same with here. They can paw it. At the same time, they'll jump up and want to paw it. So you just apply respect, back them up a couple feet. Let them realize it's okay. Once we got that, we follow the nose, cheek, poll, down the neck, down the body. And the louder we are, the broker the horses you have. If we're just tiptoeing around them and maybe want to touch you, maybe not, you're creating a ticking time bomb. So you want to show them everything you got. The higher the elevator, the energy, the desensitizing stuff, cans of bags and stuff, tarps, the louder you are, the more forgiving horse you'll be. And you do it on both sides. You can come back over here, down the body, down his neck, legs, they'll kick out. Just hold the flag there. Just hold it until they realize it's okay. Same with the other side. You can walk out, apply, remind them of the respect. Go to this side. Nose, cheek, pull. Just on one side. Don't ever throw the flag on this side. You know what I mean? At first. If you throw that flag this side, chances the horse is going to come to you. So always stay in front and do it from the front. I like to do it from the front, off from the nose, and then you can go up higher. Go up higher over here. Okay, same thing on this side. Boom, boom, boom. And at the same time, you're like hauling butt, boom, 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 because this is a method for competition. You got 45 minutes. We got to get stuff done, and then you can apply it to the whole month. But to get on 45 minutes, what we need to do. And depending on the horses, what they need, that's when your training skills come in. Where's the weak spots? What do we need to do? We got that. Once we got this done, and the grade passes, we go straight to the tarp. Once we got the tarp, next step. Once we got the tarp, apply respect again. Make sure you got his undivided attention, and just pay attention to you. We're going to present it the same way. Notice I didn't open my tarp immediately. I shut it down. Just fold it a little bit, or you can bundle it up. We go down the lead rope, same with the flag, the nose, cheek, the neck. Once we're able to put on the horse, now we can proceed. Notice I'm getting shorter down my lead rope. Once we got here, we can move it around, touch his neck with it. Okay, once that side passes, we can switch around. And keep this noted, if we have lots of wind, stay upwind, so we're not going against things. We're going with the flow. Same. Nose, cheek, and I'm standing beside the horse, not really in front. Kind of beside. So if they spook that way, or if they go forward, they go around you. But mainly you shut them down and put it in respect. Once you got this done on both sides, be careful going underneath. You're already showing them underneath right here, but still be careful. Be advised, you can still get hurt with this stuff. Once you got this going down the neck, we presented the tarp already when we did this a little bit. We gradually let it go past to the other side, and that activates the outside eye. Okay, it's not a surprise no more. So you can start doing more stuff around. Once that eye is activated, we start opening this baby up more and more and more. And notice we're using the wind to help us. It's a windy day. Now we can throw it over and the horse won't be so reactive and try and run you over, spook towards you, stuff like that. Once we get here, we do a square knot right here. We don't want the tarp to fall off. This is a representation of your saddle. The horse isn't even saddled up yet. We do a square knot here. The rest of the skirt is your saddle. So we start desensitizing some more too. We want to be loud. Okay. From here, I can walk off, put them back in respect. I love that. It's responding good. Go back, shorten your lead rope, desensitize on the other side. Once each side passes, we can gather this up. We can disengage some more. We need lots of disengaging. Disengage, start using your vocal cues. So when you get on and you smooch, it means we need your feet to move. Respect. Other side. We're teaching them what our mouth cues is. At the same time, we're desensitizing in motion. Now we do undivided attention. Notice I put them back in respect. Whole point of that. So make sure when we send it, we're sending them off. This desensitizing in motion. You can get them to trot, perfect. Apply what's necessary. Oh, very nice. Same. We're going to use the popper, tip of the shoulder. Send them out. They want to walk cool, but I'd rather have them trot. So if you don't understand our mouth cues, we got to make them understand. Once we got this, we can proceed with handling. Handling, flexing. At the same time, we're staying close to the horse because up close is up in the saddle. So we're going to start teaching them what this is. Flex. Flex. Desensitize. You can jump around right here. Get them ready. It doesn't have to be saddled up yet, but we're prepping the horse. All right, same on the other side. Flex and flex, bump, 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 flex and flex, and hold them there. Jump, jump. They're gonna walk around. Just stay with them. You know, if they move around, just stay with them right here. Some, when you do this, they want to take off. They're gonna want to take off, so just grab on, don't let go, and then come back, flex, jump again. If he doesn't move, we relax, and touch him. Hey, good job. We teach them what this means, because they don't know what the hell this means. You know, touch them, they don't know none of that. So, anyways, once we got that, desensitizing, solid, use your rope again. Double check your cinch. Want to wrap it exactly where your cinch is going to go. Notice a foot from here from my hand. Nice and firm. Some more disengaging. Reason for this is as soon as you've done both sides, as soon as you throw that saddle over, that's the first thing you're going to do is disengaging. You're not going to shoo them out. It's straight, nose over here. Once you have it saddled. Once you got that prepped up, we can take this tarp off. We can take this tarp off because we won't need it no more. We'll need our saddle pads. So now we hook on our reins. You can work it from over here, but as a reminder, the more clear we are with our horses, the more understanding they'll be. So if we're pulling on the side of the cheek, well, then it creates that wall on the other side, and it says, well, the pull's this way. You know, make it real obvious where we're pulling. We pull from over here, it can shift their head the other direction. There's pressure on this knot, which makes it push that way. That's why we pull from here. Real obvious what we want. And we got to make sure we got them flexing good. It helps to have them flexing real good before you get on. But once you got this, you got the handling. This is the undivided attention. Undivided attention is right here, getting their attention out. We're showing that we want their nose to us. This is what you're gonna need when you get your horse. Put them in undivided attention with a snaffle. Make sure they're soft. The first day with your colts, when you start a colt, it won't be perfect. You have to send them out. Send them out like you're lunging them, and then bit by bit, you're bumping towards the inside, bumping that halter until we get that nose so damn good that we can have them right here. Within a first week, we can have your horse right here. Okay, that's how we're gonna prep them to get this. In order to get this, we need to prep them like this. We want both eyes. By the end of the week, you should be having both eyes on and getting soft and flexing by creating softness here. But flexing is very important, and jumping, so you can get on and he's gonna be flexed. Yeah. Okay. Once we got the handling part down, left and right, it passes. You know, left, it follows left, it follows right. That's when you know you're ready for the next step. From here, you get your saddle pads, throw it a few times. We present it the same way as we did the flag and the tarp. To the nose, the cheek, the neck, and we throw it at them, and we will be loud. You can flex them right here and be loud, same time. And then go to the other side. Take your pads off, show them again, let them smell it, go back, throw it again until it's nice and smooth. And tap it, be loud. The more loud, the better, because if you're real rough with your saddles when you throw it over, you know, we want the horse to stand still. Some will move when they have that impact. Like, so we desensitize it real good. All right. Once we got that, we bring the saddle out. We present it the same way. We can put it on the horse. I'd prefer on this side because this is where all the cinches are at. And if we need to adjust the stirrup, the cinch, we're already here. We don't have to travel back around, you know. But I suggest you can take some time. If you're not in a competition, take some time when saddling up your colt. Throw it in there. Once you apply it on there, you can throw it. You know, have your short lead rope. You know, touch the horse, touch the saddle, and we can move it around like this a little bit. Let desensitize to it. We can measure our cinch. Once we got it measured, you don't got to put a back girth on it. Just the front one. Get them used to grabbing it underneath. But you can. I mean, the first day there's no point in waiting. But it's just more. It could be more dangerous. So if we want to practice the cinch, so we start throwing this under. You can do it before you saddle too, or just grab your cinch with your little loop. Grab it. You can pull it up. Grab the cinch. Start wrapping it up somewhat firm. At the same time, you have his nose tilted a little bit. So if he reacts, he points that butt away from us. You know, if he wants to move that way, we'll pull this nose over here. Come here, and which makes his butt move. You know, we move nose to butt, he'll disengage. So that's very important. When we disengage, it's actually nose to butt to the butt. See if you can put that his nose to his ass. Okay, once we got that, we got it cinched up. We do lots of disengaging or voice cues. That's going to help us move our horse out once we get on in our crop. Same here. We can pull from our reins because this is what we're going to be using once we get on. Lots of disengaging. Horse shouldn't buck. None of that. And then we can apply respect immediately. Be loud. Don't let him think what he wants, you know, immediately. All right. And then you can go back, apply respect. If you feel like he wants to be jumpy, just jump at him again. Back to respect. And walk off again until it's nice and smooth. Once we got that, we can send him off again. Now we can walk him around, kind of like a lunge. It doesn't necessarily need to be real long. What we can do is you have your crop, but sometimes it can be sticky with your crop. But we have our reins here. Send them out. I don't mind them sending them out, but I'm pulling on my rein because that's what we're going to be using. So I'm prepping them. Follow that nose. Follow the nose. Very important. Follow the nose. When horses cross their hind feet, they lose all their power. They can't buck. They can't buck or sprint. So you do the same thing to the other side. You take this off, switch it. Once we got that going, reminder, there's no need to do more. If it's going smooth, there's no need to do more. We can just go ahead and start prepping on mounting, which is back to jumping beside them, flexing. This lead rope, you can take it off or put it on your saddle, whatever, because we're going to be working with the reins. And we desensitize. They're going to move around, so just stay with them. Desensitize in motion. Oh, freeze them. Jump. Very nice. Jump. Once we got that, always throw your hand over here to activate that eye. We always want to activate this eye, so when we haven't flexed or nose tilted, but you want them flexed. You don't want to take that chance. Go up, keep them flexed, go straight down. Don't get on. There's no necessary to get on. If they start moving, if you can stay with them, good. If not, just get off. Oh, they stop, give them back. Oh. You can do it several ways. You can leave your horse pointing forward, but then you have to risk, if he takes off and that nose isn't bent, the chances of you falling off backwards are high. I've had it done where I had to get away because their ass is running off, kicking at you. So you have to jump away. So it's better off just flex them, prep them right here. Straight up, straight down, straight up. And then we activate this eye. Let them see it, because this is going to help you when you throw that leg over. It won't surprise them. This is very important. That's why a lot of horses buck when they throw that leg over. They surprise, oh, you know. So always preparation is very important. Once you got on, you get off if you want. Get off the other side. Get on the other side. Do both ends, both sides. But you don't have to do it immediately. If time's ticking, you're almost at the last wire. Just stay on this side. And then once we're on, we're flexing them right there. Awesome. Checking our steering wheel. Bump, bump, bump. With your halter. Bump, bump, bump. Awesome. And then remember our voice cues. We've been teaching them. We have a crop too we can use that we can spank them with. If we need help, look at the butt. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Awesome. Good boy. Same the other side. Disengage. Look at the hip. Move your hips. You won't be able to need to slap them that hard. You just touch them. And they'll disengage. Because they're sensitive still. But always bump, bump, bump. Flex them. And then we can roll out. Let them walk out. They don't need to run. There's no need to trot. Just make sure we give them the rein. Make sure you give them all the rein. A lot of horses buck because the person freaks out when they run, and we hold back. We hold him back like this, and well, the horse gets claustrophobic. His reaction is gonna be is go away. You can't stop a horse forward and that doesn't know what the hell's going on. So it's gonna break in two and start bucking. So best thing, if it's going too fast, just bend them, flex them, disengage them, and then walk them out. Give them the rein. Let them walk wherever they want to go. And then you can kind of give them direction slowly, left and right. Once we got the circle, we can apply your crop in the ground to disengage. We can start applying your crop, which that helps move the feet too. So we're on the ground, we move the butt with your crop. Then once you're on, loose rein wherever they want to go. And when it's time to put more for a trot, loose those reins. And then you just follow the round fence. They'll stay with the fence, or they might cut it to the inside, but just stay with them, grab on if you want, whatever. Then you want to stop, disengage them. Depending on where the horse is, what stage she's at, it all depends, because you can do the walk, trot, and canter in that first session, get on some. You got to work on flexing, lots of flexing, so you're able to get on. You know, sometimes you can't get on because they're runners. So we got to flex them, get on, get off, get on, get off. Now we can disengage. But that's how you will be able to start any sort of breed of a horse, any colt starts. You analyze your horse, see where we at and what it needs more of. But at the end of the day, it'll need more of everything because it's a colt start. But if you have any information or have questions, feel free to call. I'm here, help. And like I said, I got your back for life. So any questions you got right now, we can answer them. Okay. Another thing, stuff to work on him is lunging. Make sure he does those speed transitions. He's tired right now. But when you lunge him, make sure we lunge him out. Stuff to do. Come on. Get moving. I know you're tired. I'm tired too and beat, motherfucker. Let's go. Oh. So I'm pushing him to the limits. He's getting tired. We don't want to push our horses neither too much. He's done good. But what I'm saying here, if we're gonna leave a spot, if we're gonna end a session, end it where somewhere good, not where you're arguing with the horse, you're fighting with him. You know, that's a big. That's how we decrease in knowledge. We're not increasing. You're not making the horse better. It's going down. So always, as soon as they give you a try, perfect. Win on that. But the main thing that you'll need is flexing, undivided attention, lunging. That way, you know, don't be afraid to work with this horse. Lunge him 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you'll be good. You'll be set. You'll have fun, and lots of backing up. Don't forget, lots of backing up. Other than that, God bless you.